Quick one today. Check in today. Just a little check in on a project I'm working on. Okay, so quick backstory if you haven't heard about this before. Way back in the 80s, my dad owned arcades and filled them with arcade machines. We had a deal with Data East, and we were starting to make our own machines and cabinets and everything. And long story short, in 1985, when the big crash happened, it affected us and we lost everything. So that business went away. But prior to that, we had a lot of cool stuff going on. And when my dad got started in the cabinet or in the actual like making of his own arcade machine business part of it, he made these machines by hand, and specifically these cocktail machines that would go in Pizza Huts all up and down the state. And that's the reason that you're going to see some of the color you see here and that sort of thing to kind of match the decor of the Pizza Huts back in the day. But he made these himself, all the way from the buttons to the where the board's mounted, the way the thing locked up. There was like a custom lock system he used that I'm going to have to figure out how to hack because I got to get into the side somehow. Anyway, he would assemble all these parts back in the early 80s, and he would build Galaga, Pac-Man, Galaxian, stuff like that. Okay, Space Invaders, these sorts of games. I'm going to show you some images here. Okay, so first off, here's a shot of the cabinet kind of down and to the side. It's in the garage. It's super messy out there. I'm about to bring this in finally and work on it inside, but that is what the case or the cocktail model right now looks like. All right, and you can see that kind of wood paneling, wood effect thing that he did there. That was all for matching the dark interior of those Pizza Huts at the time, which were much more like a sit-down restaurant. If you were a 80s kid like I was, you know the difference. Pizza Hut is not what it used to be. Anyway, this would have been a Galaxian machine, I think, is the board that's in this thing. The board is still in there. Same with the original CRT, all that stuff. None of that stuff's functional. You plug it in, nothing happens. It's dead in the water. But my goal is to take this thing, tear it open, and fill it with retro goodness. Here's a close-up shot of the player. I guess this would be player 1 because player 2 is on the other side. Just to give you an idea of that. And it's funny, even the game or the control panel there is built on what looks like fake tile or stone or whatever. Again, it was the Pizza Hut vibe at the time. Here's the other side. You sit over there and play on that side. I'll probably set this up so that it will also be 2-player. There's ways you can configure it so it changes orientation when it's player 2's turn. But it's not that important to me. It's just important to maintain the look and the feel of this thing as it was originally intended. I'm going to try really hard not to mess with the look of it because that's the nostalgia for me when he built these things. Here's a look inside. This is the bottom of the CRT tube. You can see there's some corrosion going on and some other stuff. I'm terrified to touch this thing because everyone always says these things retain, the transformers and stuff inside here retain their charge for like decades and decades and decades, and it has been many decades. So I'm going in there with some heavy-duty electrical gloves, and I'm going to do my best not to kill myself. Here's a deeper look. That's the board. That's a Galaxian board, I believe. That thing's coming out. All this is coming out. I'm going to gut the whole thing. There won't be much left. It'll be an LED screen big enough to fill that top part, and it will emulate CRT and shaders and all that stuff. That's the plan there, but that's what we're going to replace it with. So the whole thing's going to be a lot lighter when I'm done. And interior-wise in here, I'm just going to take all this stuff out, Raspberry Pis or whatever the hell I decide to do. Might be a mini PC, I don't know. But I really want to do this up awesome and mainly just have it be this rad working tribute to something my dad built so many years ago. It's so formative for me growing up. So there you have it. That's the cabinet, and I'm excited. I'm going to finally do it. I've been putting this off for years just because it sounds like work. It is work. It's going to take a bunch of time. I don't have a ton of extra time, but I'm going to do it. So I'll make content about it. I'll carry you guys through the process. If you give a crap, maybe you don't. If not, then just tune in when it's all done, and I'll show you then. Okay? Have a great day. I'll see you soon.